Hi everyone, Lewis Cooper here. I've just been to see, just moving that. I've just been to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood again with my lovely friend Prue. Hi Prue. And yeah, it was my second viewing of it, so I'm going to do a video where I talk in a bit more detail about it and a bit more spoilery, perhaps if necessary. So if you haven't watched it, don't watch this video because I will talk about what happens in the movie. Um, so that's your warning. Don't watch it. I wanted to see it a second time to put it all together in my head a bit more because it is a lot to take in, giggity. And there's a lot of components to it. What I will say is, in the second viewing, I really like it. It makes me weirdly emotional as well. And I'm not quite sure why, but that's a good thing, I think, if a film can make you feel something. And second viewing, it weirdly didn't feel as long as the first time. Like, I didn't mind it being long, but it felt it. It was kind of like, there's a couple of bits I went, I could do, that going along a little bit. But yeah, I knew what each bit was broken down as now because I'm just doing that in my hand, because I'd already seen it, and it really fits together nicely and really flows perfectly. And I sort of thought this time there's not a single bit I'd like to remove from the movie to make it shorter, because I think that's been the chief complaint about it, is it's very long, and no one's going to tell Tarantino to cut his films down, are they? It's just not. It's not going to happen, and I don't think they should, because he's one of the last truly great directors who can do his own thing. I think it's good to give him that kind of playground to play in. And I really like this movie. I like it a lot. I think it's going to be one of my favourites. It's very different to any other Tarantino movie in that it's quite understated in a way, and there's very little violence in it, and it is extremely violent at the very end of the film, as you would know because you've seen it. But if there wasn't like a strong bloody violence warning at the start of the film, it would have been even more shocking. And I get they have to warn people these things, but I mean, it could have gone the whole film without it. But it is a fantastic ending, and the violence is good violence, and Brad Pitt is the baddest man alive. But yeah, I really like it. DiCaprio is great, and it's his story, but I think it's Brad Pitt's film. I think it's my favourite film I've seen him in since Fight Club, and that's saying a lot because Fight Club is his absolute best in my opinion. My bold prediction of this movie is that they're both going to get Oscars for this, DiCaprio and Brad Pitt. They're definitely both going to get nominated, no question, but I think they're both going to get it. And I really hope at the very least it's Brad Pitt's first Oscar. I think he's been nominated 4 times, and he's really good, and he still looks great as well. Damn you, Brad Pitt. But yeah, the scenes involving the Manson family and the ranch, and Charles Manson, the actor playing Charles Manson, not Charles Manson himself, obviously, is only in one little scene, very, very briefly, but that makes it better. And there's one shot of him just tilting his head to the side, and it kind of comes into view, then out again. It's done so brilliantly, and it's so creepy. But that makes it better that he's only in the one bit. And at the end of the film, it's a tribute to Sharon Tate, and part of the reason it made me sad is that, for those who don't know, she was murdered in real life by the Manson family, her and her friends, while she was pregnant. It's one of the most horrendous crimes in history. And this film, like he did in Glorious Bastards, takes a point of history and just turns it. And it's just, and it kind of gives Sharon Tate a happy ending. And at the same time, it's a tribute to her. Like the scenes from the movie that Margot Robbie, who plays her, is watching, is actually Sharon Tate, and in the real life footage of her, which is a bit confusing. Well, not confusing, but it's in a film, it's a bit odd, but it would have been right to cut her out. And in that way, it's a really moving tribute to her and to that point of Hollywood. And I think a lot of people are going to say this film's too long, like I say, but I think it's just right. I really, really like it. And yeah, the performances, the way it's set up, the story, everything really, really works for me. I wouldn't change anything about it. So yeah, I think it's really a really special film, and I think it's one of the last films of its kind in a way. But yeah, a lot of people are going to go see it and go, "Oh shit, what are you talking about?" And they're probably idiots. So yeah, but yeah. Anyway, I love it, and the dog in it is amazing. I almost forgot that Brandy, the pit bull. She is incredible. She's probably why I love it so much. I love dogs. She's brilliant. But yeah, thanks. Bye.